relate. I'm just trying to 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 relate. Presence. Now. Presence. Come out. It's come out like a power with an M. I get down like gravity, rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapids of being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and riddles into the sky like a rebel full of rivets and rhythmically Ryan Rigger was spinning right to the rhythm, widow to Sinai. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect them. I don't expect the special ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keeps pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying to relate.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in Week 2 of Draft Champions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough, swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A first down carry here for Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Caught right side, Tate. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. 4th down. Here's Ryan. He's got Cruz complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Johnson on the counter. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes Broncos taking it inside the 10 to the 7. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Now Ryan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Back now with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Austin football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
3rd and 2, now Ryan, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Golden Tate, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. And he puts it through. And following the touchdown, Josh Scobie now will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 4-yard line. Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a pickup of 21, and that'll give them a 1st down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
That's caught by his tight end, Shockey. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Ryan. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Left side, caught by Matthews. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. Back to Tennessee after this. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. Screen play, Johnson. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect that.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
On third down, Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Javon Curse, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, Williams shreds the tackle. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On third and long, it's Wentz. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Open man, it's Jeremy Shockey. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Shockey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
On me side.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our